The German military band at the start was playing a wee Dokken Doris, which was very hospitable of them. And I think Celtic will certainly have much more than that if they get a result tonight. What they badly need, I think, is a goal in the first half to put pressure on this side. That is the German bench, and the manager Otto Rehhagel, who had to sit in the stand at Celtic Park, is back on the bench again. He was suspended for one game. That was a sort of longish one, and I think that was lucky. I think Riedle made a mistake in the strength of that. Borowka. Aitken goes with him. I think that's a corner kick, though. Will curl it round. And it's not there, it's off the line. Chris Morris getting in. And that's good defensive work by Celtic. The fullbacks were in position and it paid off for Morris. Probably hear the Celtic support in the background. That's a very good move by McCarthy. Well, the finishing was poor, but I like the way he came in behind the defence. He got himself in that unmarked position as the ball dropped down to him, so he fell off balance and it was away from the side of the foot. McCarthy well behind it. That was Votava. This passing not as precise as it was at Celtic Park. There's a nice turn indeed. Votava. He really fought to keep his balance there. Really turned well on it. Looks as if he might lose out. Well, that's the man who gives the instructions, Tommy Craig, bawling about. They're hoisting that high ball towards that area, and here is Paul McStay to Burns. There's Burns. Plenty room for Morris to come forward, which he does. That's a very good ball indeed. Stark is there. There's McAvenny with a header. Celtic's best move of the game. Really built up that well. McStay and Burns at the root of it. Ably assisted by Chris Morris. And it shows you that Frank McAvenny is getting up and getting that ball before the much taller defender Bratseth. Another good sign. Fighting hard for everything as one would expect. Aitken, there's Paul McStay. Oh, he drifts that in beautifully. That's a great move. Oh, it's superb play by Celtic. That's a combination of spirit and skill, getting the very best out of McStay. And he had good support. Billy Stark, and I think Frank McAvenny pushing from the back. I think that was the best move of the game from either side. And again, Paul McStay, the fulcrum of it. Once again, the Germans giving the impression they're very unsure of themselves. A ball simply straight to a Celtic defender. That was taken right to the line by Otten. We make it about 5 minutes to have time. Still no scoring, and Celtic still trail in the tie by that Thomas Wolter goal from Celtic Park. McCarthy wanted to charge forward there, and that's offside. He did it very well. Oh, linesman. Well, the referee took an eternity to see that flag up. And that might be a trifle hard. No, Rogan took it down very well. Rogan. Always underneath it. But Celtic rightly going forward against his sign, and Otto Rehhagel. They call him Otto the second because he always finished up. There he is, in second position with teams. But nevertheless, he is the longest serving manager of one club in the entire Bundesliga. The long, high, hopeful ball. Neubarth and Billy Stark. Very crisply and confidently done that by Stark. Rune muffs it to the outside. Ordenewitz. There's Wolter, and no problem for Bonner. Yes, that's right. Trying to get up there. Stick in. Well, they don't like these balls at all, and Mark McGee pushing forward, literally. Free kick. The Germans, when they get the ball in that area, are slowed down to a pedestrian pace. Oh, just a little bit too much there. Again, McStay cutting his way through that defense. I think the halftime whistle will go any second. There it is for you. These things, but Celtic, on the evidence of what we've seen, have the beating of this side, and I hope they can consolidate that forecast in the second half. Frank McAvenny starting the second half, and this time Celtic will be playing into the teeth of a very strong wind. I'm not sure if that is one of the reasons why the Germans were so insipid in that half. The 99% of the reason was the Celtic performance, I hasten to add. No question at all about that. Been very professional. And I think Celtic, nevertheless, will have desperately to try and get a goal in the early stages of this half, or the Germans might grow in confidence. And the referee right in the middle there, I have to say about him, Carlo, is slightly eccentric. Bit of a homer, to be honest. The Germans I was talking to at half-time think this is the poorest performance we've seen in Europe from Werder at home. They did not, in any sustained way, put the Celtic defence under pressure. One or two moments they certainly had, but it was ably coped with by the Celtic defence. Votava again. That's slack. McCarthy doing the right thing. Little bit of odds from the German supporters now. They've had nothing much to cheer about In truth, that's not a bad ball, but Morris right in there. Borowka. Boy, what can you do? That's it. That's the expression. Somebody should have been across there with him. And it goes on a very weak one indeed by Borowka. Well, that was very near Ordenewitz. Now the run by Billy Stark. Look at the speed though of Borowka. No free kick. The referee says that was a fair shoulder charge. But there is a degree of inconsistency about this Italian Carlo AG. He's allowed several things to go. Now the linesman drew his attention. I think the linesman put his flag up, and Celtic are getting the free kick. Free kick to Celtic. Just got away there by Wolter. Out they come. Certainly no offside, but the Celtic players not near that. It is a most undistinguished performance by them so far. Here's McCarthy. Just a bit too much. The Bremen crowd at the moment sitting in almost respectful silence. Aitken, that's a very good ball. Support by Rogan. Once again, Tommy Burns dropping into it. Stay. And well covered. Bratseth coming across. And Celtic certainly showing the indications of much more penetration than the Germans. The goalkeeper unchallenged. Is there going to be a booking? It is, I think, to Roy Aitken. McCarthy it was. Well, I'm not, to be perfectly honest, he flashed his card at someone from about 20 yards away. I guess it was Aitken he was pointing at. Nobody following up for that. Celtic needing at least one goal in this game to take it to extra time. Aitken. Free kick. He bounces back up quickly. Yes, he wasn't going to hesitate after this. See, down he went and back up he came, just rolled onto his feet again. Well, that's not a bad shot! That dipped. Mark McGee, and I'd certainly like to see that one again. He just looked up. He's very good at that. It was way diagonal. And he made it dip, but just not enough. This should be covered by Rogan. Northern Ireland internationalist has played his part in this game tonight. I thought the Celtic defence has been brilliantly organised. A much maligned defence, I hasten to add, and tonight, in its structure, totally vindicated. Now let's see how the cope with that. What I think will be a long throw-in by Ordenewitz. Ball away by McCarthy, who's been superb in the air tonight. There's Burns. That's a run forward. Riedle cannot get going, and I think the referee considers that Whyte was pulling back at him, and there is Joe Miller. Doing a little bit of stretching, ease the muscles. Preparing to come on, obviously. Anxious moment for that bench. Have seen their side play well tonight, but they're still out of the European Cup. Hermann. And just kept in. Votava. Now what's been given? Has the ball gone over? Yes, yet the referee indicating that the ball had swerved round in the wind and had gone over the line, came back into play. Corner kick. He'll try the chip on here. Oh, that was a hand. And quite rightly a booking for Riedle. That's one of the few positive decisions this man has made tonight. There's the hand. The sort of thing that Maradona might have got away with. And Joe Miller about to come on. For Tommy Burns. Well, here we are. And anyway, lovely little basketball flip of the hand. Just beyond Schaaf. No, it's not kept in. Really, the Germans haven't pressurized Celtic in any way at all. And the best moves of the game have come from Celtic. Little doubt about that. Mick stay. Wonder, can he get the opening? This is Morris. Oh, a bit too obvious that. Throw to the German, and he stole about 6 yards. Oh, that's Aitken standing right in the way of Burgsmüller. He had done the little shuffle, and he just allowed the player to crunch into him. We're having another substitution here. Owen Archdeacon going on, and Mark McGee is off. So, free kick. Oh. They were lucky to get that. He really fluffed it. Now, corner kick out of a dreadful pass shot by the Germans. Well, look at that goal. Look at it. That's absolutely illegal. Really bad officiating this. That really is dreadful. Well, they're the German supporters. They must be easily pleased. That's all I can say. Well, watch that again. Well, that's ludicrous. That should be in the circle there. And I think a hand was used. Anyway. There's Joe Miller. That is shortage. Nicely swept across. One Archdeacon. Right, Aitken has come up. Oh, that's a great shot. Perfect stay on the turn. Fired in with tremendous power. The goalkeeper could only blink and put his hands up. Corner kick. Well, that's a good ball. Miller. Yes, he just ran it over. Well, he had to have a go at them, didn't he? Mick touched on. Burgsmüller. Good control. No, they can't get it opening. That's been well organized, that defense tonight. Now there's onside, yes. Thought at first he was onside and he couldn't make that. That's astonishing. Ordenewitz. Personally, he didn't take off after it. Then when he did, he didn't have the legs for it. We make it about 5 minutes of actual time, but I'm quite sure there will be stoppage time as well, and I think it's going to be considerable. Although, knowing this referee, anything could happen. It's better play. Archdeacon it was on the far side. Now Paul McStay. Rogan. Celtic pressurizing them in the last seconds of this game. Ooh, that's still in play. Miller cannot get there. Just touched away, and they are desperate. They really are. Miller quite happy to take that throw, and he might go for the Longhi's one. Referee telling the players to get back. There it is. And I think a free kick. Well, the German player down there was feeling that he'd been bumped by somebody. The referee rightly telling him to get out. That was the ball floated in there. Goalkeeper committed himself. It was he who made the error. There's no free kick involved in that at all. No foul. And then Joe Miller crowded out. Oh, there's a lot of niggle in this game now. It must be annoying to Celtic to realize they've outplayed this team. And with about 3 minutes remaining, they're out of the cup at the moment as the score stands. Offside. Giving them the instructions to get down, get forward, push in, even though the wind's against them. Still Celtic in possession. And they'll just push it away anywhere. Oh, and that is getting very rough. And the referee will have to come in here and sort this out. It was always threatening that this would happen. His handling of this game has been quite ridiculous. There have been some very harsh fouls on both sides, I may say. But they have been exaggerating the effects of some of them. Now this is what started the furore. This challenge here by Bratseth. He didn't like that, and as the ball went away, the feud started. Want to play it wide from Borowka. And just a ball floated away in the hope that the seconds will tick accordingly. Dreadful piece of play by the Germans, that. This time, Pat Bonner can't get the halfway line. The wind is very, very strong. Now this is the break by the Germans. There's the shot. Ooh, a very good save by Bonner. Really under pressure. Oh. And Tempers really afraid now. And to be honest, no wonder. And that's a free kick, which I would say, well, we've gone about 3 minutes into stoppage time. Now, could Celtic save the tie here? No, whipped away. And there goes the battle whistle. You are hearing roars of relief. Aitken complaining to the referee. I would say one of the